Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project we're going to make a good luck card for a friend. Now it's easily adaptable and you would be able to use a different sentiment that fits the criteria. So if you prefer to make it into a birthday card or an anniversary card, feel free. It's a good design and it uses a great selection of Anna Griffin products. Everything I do use will be detailed description on my blog, and all the products that I do use, if I don't say the name as we're going through them or say the name properly, again it will be on my blog. If you have any questions, please either ask me on Facebook or on the blog. I can't reply to you on YouTube. And I know for regular viewers I do sound like a bit of a parrot repeating this, but it's because we get new viewers and they tend to ask me questions. Even though I'm saying I can't reply on YouTube, please don't ask. And it relates to all videos as well. I can't, if you need me to answer you, it's my blog or on Facebook. So let's get on with our project, because this is a real pretty card. And it's probably in a colour combination that you wouldn't think of using. So the first thing we need is our base card, and this is a 7x5" card. This is my favourite card size. I'm just zooming out a little bit because, well, to be honest, I was thinking we were going landscape, but I've just looked as I've set everything out, and we're not, we're going portrait. So this is our base card, and for any new viewers, this is my favourite size. And you'll have to forgive me because I use this size a great deal. This is a cardometer, and I've created this to give you a perspective at home of what size the card is. The largest size on our cardometer is the A4. Then we slip down to the A5, which, if you're across the pond for my US friends, it's A3. Then the blue one is the 7x5" card, and that's the one that we're going to be using. So that just gives you a little idea at home of the card. And the first thing I'm going to do is take a bone folder, which was in the Anna Griffin tool set, and I'm going to make sure I've got a good sharp crease along the edge, just to make sure that my card's going to stand up nicely when it's on a mantelpiece. Now, I know so many of you like the ideas for the insides first. I think you're going to really like this because it's a very pretty insert. So the first thing for our insert is, because for the front of the card, we're going to be using the summer foil layers. Now, in the layers, you get two sizes. You get the 7x5, and I think it's the 6x4, it could be a 5x3, but I'm using the smaller of the two, for 6x4. Sorry, I had a bit of a senior moment there. So you get the 7x5 and the 6x4 in the set. I'm using the 6x4 as the inner layer for the inside of our card. They were all double-sided, so I've cut it out, but I've also been economical with it. I've taken the centre away because I want to use the centre on the front of the card. So the first thing for our insert is to add our layer. So you can see how I've taken the inside away, and that will be used on the outside. So I'm not being wasteful. Next, again on the outside of our card, I've used one of Anna's metallic layers in the 7x5, but I've been economical with it, and I've taken the centre away like that. I'll explain the layer procedure when we get to it. But in the section that I've taken away, I've made a blue frame from it, and I've taken it through my Xyron machine so that I've already got the adhesive on it. So we can add that over our previous layer around the aperture that we've cut in it to create kind of like a framed rectangle. So then for the rectangle itself with the sentiment on, the sentiment is from the flip card sentiments, and it just says from all of us with love. So I've double stamped this. When I say I've double stamped it, I mean I've double inked it. I've inked it in 2 different colours. So the top half is the olive green from Anna Griffin, and the bottom half is from the Summer Fall ink pad collection, and it was the dark blue, so that it gives me a double colour on the ink. And then I've tapped magenta ink pad around the edge, just again to give it a little bit more colour. And then I took it through the Xyron, and I can add that directly into our aperture. Now you might think, oh, well, we've got a layer on there. Well, we have, and we're going to add something else as well. Because on the front of the card, we've got some little scrolls that I've die cut using the Anna Griffin glitter cardstock. Now the die is from the flip card kit, and I'm sorry, there's 3 or 4 of the different flip card kits with the dies, and I'm going to say it's the one with the butterflies. So if you've got the set that's got the butterflies in, the scrolls are with it. And I've simply die cut them in the glitter cardstock, and then I've taken them through the Xyron machine. So if you're die cutting scrolls, you can still use your adhesive with them. And I'm just sticking them on to the inside, and that's our inside finished. Now I know we haven't got a lot of room for writing long stories to friends, but we have got enough room for you to sort of say to whoever, it already says from all of us with love, wishing you the best of luck. You've got enough room for your little bit of a message. So now we can go to the front of the card. As always, I'm just going to use my bone folder again to make sure we've got that nice sharp crease. Now the first layer that I've got for the front of my card is from the metallic layers from Anna, which is the 7x5 inch layers, and this is the darker blue from the layers. You can see I've cut out the centre of it because I need to use that for later on in the card, and we're not wasteful. If we can use something further on without it affecting it, we can do that. Now some people call this gutting. I don't like that term, I've said that before. I just call it being economical. So we've cut our first layer, and I'm just going to add this to our card and trying to get it kind of straight. There we go. And press it down. So that's our first layer. Our next layer is from the Summer Fall Layers collection from Anna. There was 2 sizes in this. There was the 7x5 and the 6x4. This is a 7x5 that I've cut down slightly just so that it will create a layer and we can see our previous layer, and that's called matting and layering. It's going to cover this section up so that you will never know that you've been economical with the centre of it, like so, but it gives a great matte and layer around the edge. Our next layer is one of Anna's glitter stickers, and this is in the green cardstock. You simply peel off the back of them, and that's got a sticky back. Now I just want to show you that it's okay to add some glue if you don't feel there's enough stick on the back for you. and maybe you live in quite a warm country and you need just that little bit of extra adhesive, or maybe you just don't feel safe using it as a sticker and you trust your adhesive more, then it's fine. You know, these are yours. You can do what you want with them. If you want to trim them, if you want to cut them, if you want to use them not as a sticker or as a 3D embellishment, you can, because once you've purchased them, they belong to you and you can do what you like. And I think a lot of people forget that. So that's our next layer, and that's adding a little bit of glitter and shine. Now, if you remember, we cut the centre out of the base layer of blue. We made a frame for it on the inside. Now I can add this rectangle that we've saved from it to the centre of our glitter sticker, and the same for the rectangle from the middle, from the inside. I can add that to the previous layer. So we're building layers. Now we get to the fun bit and we can add our embellishments. So I've got 2 green glitter scrolls that I've cut, and instead of cutting them and adding flat glue, I've added flat tape to one end and 3D foam to the other. And then I've also got 2 of Anna's Morning Glory stickers. So I'm going to add the Morning Glory stickers first, and again I'm just adding just a touch of glue to the back, just to help with the little bit of the stick. So I'm going to position one about here. There we go. And then I'm going to do exactly the same to the other sticker. Peel the back of it away, like so. You see how easy the backs of them come off. Then I'm just adding a little bit of glossy accents there. And I'm going to slot one to the other, like that. Then this is where our scrolls come in. So I can take the flat tape away at one side, the back of it, and then at the other side I've got the 3D foam, and that basically means it's going to give it just a little bit of height at the top, but it's still going to be flat at the bottom. So the second one is exactly the same. It's got tape at the bottom, and don't worry that I've taken the tape over the side of the flourish, because you're not going to see this, you know, the bottom bit here. And I'm going to add that bit like so, I think. There we go. And then I've taken one of Anna's stickers, and these were from the they were called sentiment stickers, not the favourite sentiment stickers. They were just called sentiment stickers, and it says good luck on it. It matches perfectly for the green. And instead of using it as a sticker, I've got 3D foam on the back of it to raise it up even more. Now, I know my 3D foam is really good, and it will stick, but because it's going on to glitter, sometimes you need that little bit of extra. So I've added a little bit more glue, and I'm just positioning in that over the stickers like that. And then I can finish the card off with a little bow at the bottom of the sticker. So I'm just hoping that's going to take hold before I lift it up. And that is our card. finished. A pretty card with lots of layers, lots of glitter, and just something a little bit different to wish somebody luck. The inside matches perfectly to the outside. We've got the glitter that's followed through to the front with all the glitter. It stands up, and I'm just hoping my sentiment isn't going to fall off. It stands up perfectly. It will go in an envelope. Easy to post. You might need, you might get, I don't know, it might be a little bit more postage on that because it's a bit higher. But you don't have to use it as high. And I think that is just a pretty card. And anybody receiving that would know that you wish them all the luck in the world. And again, you know, the sentiment could be changed. I do hope you've enjoyed watching this. I do enjoy bringing you the videos. If you've got any questions or any comments, please feel free to get in touch. But on my blog or on Facebook, because I can't reply on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.